Hi guys, it's Iris. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you guys what I am using right now. So if you want to see my everyday makeup drawer, keep watching. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I always feel like I'm like super close to the camera when I start my videos. Anyway, a couple of things real quick before we really jump into this. I'm still trying to get my lighting right in this new space, so I hope this is working for you. I've got 3 windows open. I've got my overhead light, and I have an LED light, an LED desk lamp that I bought for the sole purpose of filming at night, because that's really the ideal time for me to film, because that's when the house is the quietest. And I have since learned that when I have this thing turned on and it is pointed directly at my face, it really hurts my eyes, and 2, it kind of, I don't know, tends to be a lot of flashback coming off of my face. So I don't know, I've got it turned so that the light is coming across across in front of the camera. So I don't know, maybe that's working. I don't know. Also, very quickly, I'm going to talk about my husband for a second. He just came in the room, and as he was leaving, I said, "Do I look pretty?" And he looked at me and he said, "Well, I mean, you don't look like the real you, but yeah, you look good. I like it without the makeup though." Isn't that so sweet? And I'm going to tell you, that is a big part of why I have been into a more natural looking face lately. I don't use a whole lot of makeup most days anymore. But we are going to go through my everyday makeup drawer for the fall winter. Now, when I say everyday makeup, this is not absolutely the products that I'm going to use on my face every single day. I do change it up. Sometimes I wear a lot less. Sometimes I wear a lot more. It just kind of depends on my mood. Most days, I do not have a full face like this. But we'll get into that probably on another video. Right now, I want to go through and show you what I'm wearing today and just kind of what I have in my collection for right now for the fall winter months. Now, this is not to say I'm not going to get anything new, because it's fall, which means I'm totally going to buy more lip products, because I noticed, okay, I got close to you again. I'm going to sidetrack again for just a second before we get into it. So you guys might remember a couple of months ago, I did a video where I curated my lip products for the spring summer. I noticed while I was redoing my makeup drawers, I got to my lip drawer and I was putting all my spring summer away, and I was pulling out my fall winter, and I said, wow, I have a lot more lip products that I wear in the fall and winter months. I guess I like those colors better. I just gravitate towards those. Which, I mean, there's nothing saying that I can't wear that throughout the year, but I like them for the fall. And here's the other thing. You're going to notice this about what I wear for fall, maybe even what other people that you watch might do for fall. I feel like colors for fall and winter, you're looking for like deeper tones and colors that just feel warm. When you look at them, it feels warm. So that's what we're going to look at today. Let's do first things first. This is not makeup, but I do want to share this with you guys because I've been using this for a little while. Let me take a sip of water, because I did make sure I had water today, so that I don't cough when I start to get dried out. Anyway, I've been using this for a little while. This is the Pond's Clarant B3 Dark Spot Correcting Cream. This is just a sample size bottle, because I don't know if you guys remember this. This was like a couple of years ago that I was talking about this. I was using the Walmart brand, the Equate brand of an Oil of Olay moisturizer, and it really irritated my skin. And since then, I've wanted to find a good moisturizer, but I'm so scared of using something that's going to irritate my skin again, because I mean, it took a while for me to get that irritation down. my skin was just really itchy and I just wanted to claw my skin off all the time. And so that has made me a little bit scared to try new moisturizers, especially ones that I know that are like that are like Olive Olay. So I saw this in the travel section and I said, you know what, I'm going to pick that up. I bought the blue one too, which I think is just a daily moisturizer, but I've been using this one more. Actually, I've been using this one almost exclusively. I opened the blue one because my plan was, okay, I'll use that one during the day and I'll wear this one at night. I have been using this one day and night. I absolutely love it. It is to diminish dark spots and even your skin tone. I'm going to say this. I have noticed a change in my skin. I haven't noticed like a dramatic change in my skin, like, oh my gosh, I have a new face now. But I am noticing a difference in my face. I've got some discoloration over on this side of my face, I guess from sun damage, I would imagine. And I have noticed that kind of diminishing a little bit. It hasn't gone completely away, but I have noticed it diminishing. I don't know if that's a placebo effect, because I do think that's a thing, even with skincare products, that you want it to work so badly that maybe you just think it's working. But so I don't know if that's a placebo effect or if that really is diminishing. But I am really liking this. The first time I used it, it did kind of, I don't want to say sting, but it did kind of tingle a little bit. And that kind of scared me because I thought, oh God, this is going to irritate my skin. But that was the only time I did it. It was like the very first time I used it. And since then, you guys, I am loving this stuff. This will most probably be a repurchase, like in the larger size when I get done with this, because this is about halfway done right now. Okay, so we've talked about that. What do I use next on my skin? I have to have a primer. I have finally found me a primer, you guys. I have been talking about this for so long that I couldn't find a primer that I really liked. I found one. I found one. The Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, you guys, I'm in love with this stuff. Here's my problem with primers. I have used so many of them in the past that just really haven't done anything for me. Like, I haven't noticed them doing anything like that amazing for my face. They haven't stopped the oil from coming through, haven't erased any of my pores. They just haven't done anything remarkable for my face. This one was fairly inexpensive. I can't remember how much it was, but it was under $5. It was $5 or under. And I got it at Walmart. But you guys, I am loving this. I put it all over my face, but I like to make sure that I really get it in the spots where I know I have a lot of large pores. So like definitely in this area, especially my chin, and up in this area, which I don't really have like a problem with pores there, but you know, I get it all over, and I'm definitely getting it in the T-zone area. But it goes all over my face. But I concentrated in those spots. You guys, I love this stuff. It really does. I really do notice that it diminishes my, the appearance of my pores once I put the makeup, even before I put makeup on. There are some days that I don't even put foundation on. I'll just use my powder, which we're going to get into next. I'll put this on and then my powder, and my face looks really freaking good. So, digging this. Okay, now let's move into concealers, foundations, all that face kind of stuff. Okay, I've got 3 different concealers in my everyday makeup drawer right now. The one that I'm trying to use it up before I break open the other 2 is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I use it in the shade Light Ivory, which is the lightest color that they make. I've talked about this before. I've been using this for maybe about a year. And I like it. It could be lighter. Is really the only bad thing that I will say about it. And it's not even a bad thing. It could be lighter. I don't feel like this is as light as it should be to be called Light Ivory. I like for my concealer to be lighter than everything else because I want that brightening effect. I don't really get that with this. This is more kind of, I guess, kind of color correcting than brightening. But I don't mind it. It is, I have repurchased it several times, so obviously I like it enough to repurchase it. Now the other 2 that I have not used these yet, but I have 2 different e.l.f. foundations. I have a lot of e.l.f. makeup in my collection. And just know that before we get too far into this. And I still have the packaging here, but I have one that is in a tube form with a doe foot, and I have one that is in a stick form And let's see, this one, I still have the packaging here because I'm going to do a video kind of, once I start using these, I'm going to do a video where I kind of compare the two. I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't know. I'm using new products, so I feel like I should talk about them. They're not, probably not, you know, they're not brand new, so they might not be new to you, but they're new to me, so I'm going to talk about them. But this one is the Perfect Blend Concealer. It's in the shade Light Beige. I think this one was $3. Actually, I think they were both $3. But this is in the white packaging. The white packaging is typically less expensive than the black packaging. If you don't know much about the e.l.f. brand, which I feel like, I mean, if you're into makeup and you're watching YouTube, you probably already know that. But this is the Perfect Blend Concealer in the shade Light Beige. Like I said, I haven't started using these yet, but I do have it in my everyday drawer so that I can start using it. I also have in the black packaging, just concealer in the shade Ivory. Oh, this one, I feel like didn't have very large shade range. Like, I think there are only 3 colors in this. So I feel like this is going to be the same as that Wet n Wild concealer where it's really more about color correcting than brightening. This one, though, is even darker than, I mean, okay, hold on, because I have to turn this off so that you can see this well enough. But I might leave that lamp off for the rest of the video. But I feel like, I mean, while it is close to the same tone as my skin, like I said, with my concealer, especially because I'm putting it in my under eye area, I want it to be a little bit more brightening than color correcting. The same with this one. It is, let me swatch it for you. I don't know. Let me turn the lamp back on and see if you can tell the difference, because I feel like that is not doing justice. That is a little bit closer to what I see when I look at it. I see a lot of pink tones and not a lot of brightening. Like, I feel like it's just going to blend in with my skin more than brighten it, which I feel like I'm saying over and over again. Anyway, so I've got those two in there. Next, let's go on to foundations. I've got 2 foundations right now. This is my favorite one. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Say that 6 times fast. I've talked about this one before too. I've been using this one for a while as well. This is one of my favorites. I have to say it really quickly. If you've been watching my channel long enough, you know I am kind of obsessed with Jessica Braun, Jam Beauty 89 here on YouTube. I absolutely adore her. If you've not watched her videos, go check her out. She is so down to earth and just pleasant to watch. No drama, just really cool. I love her. I need some water. I don't know why I do that. I'm not bougie, y'all. I just, it's natural. I just do it. I don't know why. I know that I'm aware, but I'm going to try not to do it. Anyway, she was doing a video where she was just raving about this one. It was in, I think that video where I was finally like, you know what, I'm just going to go out and buy it. She was talking about her top favorite drugstore foundations, and this is always in her top like 5 when she's talking about drugstore foundations. She adores this stuff. I adore it as well. And here's the thing. Her skin is very dry. My skin is very oily. Ooh, my wrist popped and that kind of hurt. Her face is really dry. My face is really oily, and we both love this stuff. It is fantastic. Now here's the thing. This is not just with this foundation. This is any foundation that I use. This is really good. I do still get oil that seeps through, but I have that problem regardless of what I use. And here's the thing. All I have to do is take a beauty blender, damp or dry, doesn't matter. If I find some oil, I just blot it away with my beauty blender and kind of, you know, it kind of reapplies, I guess, because that makeup is still on my face. So I'll just do this and it goes away. It's not a big deal, but I freaking love this stuff. This is about $6. Here's the thing. I don't really do high-end makeup. Well, I don't do high-end makeup at all, really. unless I am like in a treat yourself mood, which doesn't happen often when it comes to makeup, um, I'd reserve that for clothing. Because I mean, I'd rather have nice clothes that I can wear for a really long time than makeup that I'm going to use and I'm going to go through and I'm not going to have it anymore. It's going to be gone. $6, very affordable. I am quite cheap. Sometimes that is too expensive for me. Like right now, I am nearly out of this stuff and I'm like, oh, I need more. But every time I go to Walmart, man, that's $6. Ah, you know what else I could get for $6? So just if you want to get into my wheelhouse there, that's how my brain works. Yeah, I love this stuff. Here's the other thing. I use it in the shade Light Ivory. I have such a hard time finding this in store. And I am not big on ordering things online. I'm just not. It scares me. So I have done it before, but it doesn't always turn out great for me. That's why I'm kind of scared to do it. But regardless, I love this stuff. I need to buy more of it. Now, to back that up, well, not to back that up, but as backup, when I run out of that and I like still can't make myself buy $6 worth of a foundation, I have this Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup. It's Healthy Glow with Vitamin Complex and Cranberry Water. This is in the shade 10, Fresh Ivory. I remember this not being my favorite, but I didn't use it for very long. That's why I've brought it back out. It's good for 12 months. It has not been longer than 12 months. So when that is out, my lighting changed. The sun has changed outside, so my lighting has changed, and I feel like I should do that. Ooh, no, maybe not. We'll turn that back on. Ooh, no, we won't. Ooh, we'll turn it off again. We're going to stay right there for a minute. Let's talk about this some more. I remember it not being my favorite, but like I said, it's good for 12 months. It has not been 12 months yet, so I'm going to use this as my everyday after this runs out, so I can give a really good review on it. I'm going to review these for you as well. Not those. These. I picked up the Wet n Wild instead of the e.l.f. But yeah, I'll give you a review on this one. Like I said, I don't remember it being my favorite, but don't really remember. The powder that I'm using right now is this Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I really like this. And here's the thing, guys. I don't wear foundation every single day. Like I was talking at the beginning where my husband said that he likes it better when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. He really does. That's not just something that he's saying because he's my husband. He really does feel that way. It might partly be because it doesn't take me as long to get ready when I don't put a bunch of makeup on, but it's also because he really does like it better when I don't have a lot of makeup on. But there are days when I will just put on this primer and some powder, a little bit of mascara, and be done with it. Well, and my eyebrows, and be done with it, and it's fine. And this is the powder that I use. I use this powder every single day, whether I'm wearing foundation or not. And I really, really like it. I mean, it doesn't feel heavy. I use a really light hand. I apply it with a fluffy brush, so I'm not really packing it on. I just kind of use it just to mattify really well. The light is changing again, and I feel like it, we're not going to worry about the lighting anymore. We're just going to keep going with the video. So yeah, I'm using that powder. I do also have, I haven't put it in my everyday makeup, but I'm going to, this e.l.f. compact powder. This is the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. I like this as well. This is in the shade Translucent Fair Light. It is much lighter than this Stay Matte, which is why I hadn't put it in my everyday yet, but I need to. Because it is lighter, and since I'm not going to be, I'm going to lose the color in my face, I should probably go back to this. But the reason I bought this in a darker shade, this is in the shade Natural, which is one shade lighter, well, one shade darker than what I should be using. I do that because, like I said, I don't always wear foundation, and I don't always, put a whole lot of stuff on my face. So I use this because it'll put a little bit of color in my face without having to do a lot to my face. So really digging this. Next, let's move on to, I'm going to take all this stuff out so I can get to the rest of it. Let's move on to bronzer and blush. I was using this in the summer. I'm still using it because I love it and I can't get it anymore, so I'm going to use it up. But this is Beauty Benefits. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's just bronzer. It doesn't say what shade it is, but I really like it. It looks like it would be really dark for me. It's not. I have an e.l.f. contour brush right here. I just do a little bit here and I just kind of very lightly apply it through, focusing up here close to my temples, and then I'll just kind of lightly, kind of with a dotting motion, and up here, and that's all I do with it. And you guys, it is the perfect shade of bronzer. I've been searching for a good bronzer for a really long time. That's why I didn't wear bronzer for so long, because it always just looked like it was way too dark and I just looked ridiculous with it on. So really digging this. And I am wearing this today. Really quickly, the foundation that I'm wearing today is the e.l.f. foundation, and I did use the Rimmel powder. And of course, this is the bronzer I'm wearing today. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. Also, got it at Dollar Tree because I've already said it. I'm a thrifty gal. Drugstore makeup is my jam. Time for more water. While the weather is not changing, the seasons are changing here, and sinuses are becoming an issue. So respiratory issues are becoming a problem. I don't have any respiratory issues, but you know what I'm saying, like your throat starts to dry out because your sinuses are going nuts. And that's why I had to make sure I had a backup of water today. Anyway, this is the blush that I'm using. Dollar Tree for the win. This is the ColorMates blush in the shade Sunkissed Tan. I like this because I can actually wear this without using bronzer. Now, I did use this with my bronzer today. It looks really freaking awesome, and I am really digging it. But it is dark enough that I can use it as a one-stop shop if I want to, and I dig it. That's really all that I can say about it. Now, let's move on to eyeshadow. I have a ton of eyeshadow. I don't know why I have so much eyeshadow in here, but I do. The first one that I have, I've been using this a lot. And this is the e.l.f. Molten Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Brushed Copper. Again, I got this at Dollar Tree, but you can still get this like at Walmart or anywhere that they sell e.l.f. products in this shade. And it's really just, I'm going to turn this off again so that you can see me swatch this. But it's really just like a light, it's almost the same color as my skin. It's kind of like a champagne-y gold type color. And it blends into this, like, see, you can't even see it anymore. I wonder if I turn that on, you can see that sheen that it has to it. And that's really all it ends up doing on your eyes. And that's why I like it so much. If I'm using this, I'm not putting anything else on my eyes. I'm just, well, I mean liner, but I'm not putting any other shadow on my eyes. I'm just using this and blending it in really good, leaving it, calling it a day. And you guys, when I first got it, I didn't like it that much. I will say this, it does have a tendency to crease after a while. Not a problem for me. I just go back in, sometimes with just my fingers, sometimes if I have like a brush like this, I'll just go back in, fix it, easy peasy, nothing to it. That's why I wear it by itself. That way I don't have to worry about blending once it creases. More e.l.f. I have an e.l.f. quad here. This quad is called Happy Hour. Again, I feel like I bought this at Dollar Tree, but I know that recently I have seen it in, I'm covering the wrong part. I'm supposed to be covering the mirror. I know that I have recently seen this at Walmart, so I know that they still sell this. And I think the packaging is exactly the same, so I don't know why I was able to find this out at Dollar Tree, but I did. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This light color up top is just all over. The grayish color, well, it's not grayish, it's gray. I have in my crease, and then the pink shade is on my lid. And this one right here is what I have in my under eye, to line in my eyes, and that's what we look like. I don't know why I turned that off. Maybe so you could maybe see it a little bit better, which it didn't do. But yeah, I dig this. I like this because it's got a color, but it's still pretty neutral. Like, you can't really, I mean, it's not crazy. And it's just a nice light look, and I really dig that. I have been into, well, I mean, just in general, I've been into a really natural looking face. This is more makeup than I wear on a daily basis. This would be what I would wear to church on Sunday, and I mean, that's the only day that I wear like a lot of makeup. The rest of the time I don't wear this much. But I'm really digging a natural face, and I'm digging natural, like, what's that, neutral. I'm digging neutral eye looks. So I'm really digging this e.l.f. Mad for Matte. This is what it looks like. You can get this at Dollar Tree. You can get this at Walmart. I've got so much Dollar Tree makeup. You can get this at Walmart. You guys, I really like this palette too. I feel like I know I do have a video where I did a look just using this palette. And the look that I came up with was fabulous. I have yet to be able to recreate that for myself since then. Like, even following my own tutorial, I have yet to figure out how I did that so flawlessly. But I really like this too because, again, it's very neutral. You can do it dramatic because there are some darker shades in here where that you can, you know, make it look a little bit more dramatic, or you can just leave it. Sorry, I have really been embracing my natural hair lately, and I'm trying not to mess with it, but I keep getting my fingers caught in it, and oh my god, it's gonna frizz because I just pulled that hair. Anyway, yeah, really digging this palette too. Okay, next, oh, I still have eyeshadow. I pulled out all of these Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder eyeshadows. I have to say it slowly because if I don't, I will totally butcher it. But I pulled all of these back out because they were sitting in my drawer, and I said, you know what, I might as well use them. And I do like to use purples in the fall and winter months. I don't know why. You would think that that would be something that I would gravitate towards in the spring, but I don't. So these two right here, I like to use as single shadows. This is the Bella Pink, which I have hit pan on because I adore it. And this is Bella Gray. If you have been watching my channel for very long at all, you have heard me talk about these several times. I love them. These two I like to use together. This is Bella Purple and Bella Teal. And I have not used these very much, but these look really good together. But this would definitely be a dramatic look. I like to wear these when I'm like feeling mermaid vibes. And that's when I use these. And for some reason, I feel that in the winter months. Maybe because I am, when it gets deep into the fall, winter months, maybe I start missing the sun a little bit. And I start feeling like a mermaid. Like I want to be a mermaid again. I don't know. I have no idea why I start to pull that out then, but I do. These are the liners that I'm using right now. I got these at like a 5 and 10. I don't even know the name of the store. But me and my mother-in-law went on a shopping excursion in Mobile, Alabama. We just spent the whole day shopping. Really, we were supposed to be doing like our grocery shopping because they have a Whole Foods there and they have a Publix there, which we don't have here in good old Lucedale, Mississippi. We have Walmart and a Wayne Lee's, which is a local grocery store, and we have a Save Right, which is not a Save-A-Lot, which is not a Save-A-Lot anymore. It's Keith's Family Market or something like that, and I do not like it. It is no bueno. That is my personal belief. But we went to go to like the really nice grocery stores. We brought our ice chests It's a whole big thing. But we stopped into a couple of stores that weren't grocery stores as well and did like some shopping. And I don't know why I told you all that. But one of the like little nickel and dime 5 and 10 stores, I got these. These were $1. NK Makeup is the brand. This is the auto eyeliner. I know nothing about this brand. I just saw the colors and I was like, ooh, I like them. So I have a navy blue. This is actually called Prussian Blue. And this one I am using most days. I really, really like it. I like a navy liner. And for some reason, I did not own any. So I have this now. And I'm out of purple liners. I actually recently decluttered and I had a bunch of nice, really colorful eyeliners that it really was just time to let go of. So I am glad that I had these to back up. This one I am wearing today on my top lid. That's the liner that I'm wearing there. This is in the shade Dark Orchid. I'm going to swatch it on my hand so that you can see that. The camera is really not doing it justice. Let me see if this will do much for it. See, that looks red. This is a much brighter purple than I thought it would be. This is almost fuchsia. Like I definitely have like a lot of pink tones popping through in that. It's gorgeous, but it is not what I expected when I looked at this. Like that, it doesn't match. But it is really pretty, and I am glad that I bought it because I do like it. So this is good for a pop of color. Let's move on. I haven't been using this a lot lately, but when I have days where I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, I have this e.l.f. dual-ended stick. This is the Sculpt and Glow stick. There is this darker end that is for sculpting and the lighter end that is for glow. I never use the dark end. I use the light end to put in my bottom waterline. Just kind of brighten my eyes. That is on days where I don't really do any eye makeup except for mascara, just to kind of make my eyes pop and be brighter and nice and pretty. Okay, I don't have very much time left on my memory card to record, thank goodness, because I only have 3 products left. Brow product, which I really need to repurchase because this is like on its last leg. But this is from Wet n Wild. This is a retractable brow pencil in the shade Taupe. It's dual-ended. This kind of reminds me of an Anastasia product, just because of the way the tip is, the color end is. It's kind of triangular shaped, and you can really get in there and really define what you're doing. And then there's another end where, with the spoolie end, where you just kind of drag that. This is what I do. I will drag this spoolie through before I do anything to kind of get my hairs going in the direction that I want, and then I will fill in. I don't do a lot with my brows. Really, that's all I do. I drag the spoolie through, and then I just kind of fill in. And then I'll drag the spoolie back through to kind of get that color in there. And that's all I do. I don't spend a lot of time on my brows because I don't feel that it's needed. Okay. Last 2 products. It's mascara. I am having the hardest time letting go of this mascara. I bought this in a 3-pack. This is by NYX. This is their Provocateur mascara. It actually came in a pack with this, the La Emerald, and another one that I haven't opened yet. This is the first one that I opened because this was the one that I was most excited about, and I have to have gone through all of it by now. It's still got a little bit in there, so I'm trying not to let go of it until I know it's dead, because I'm in love with this. This has 2 different brushes. It has this nice full end that I use on my top lashes. And then on top of that, see, this is this end. And then I'll show you. You take this out. and it brushes all of that off, and this is perfect for your bottom lash line. Oh my gosh, this stuff is incredible. I absolutely adore it. I hope I didn't just mess up my wand there by doing that. But yeah, this goes up here, and then you put it back in and screw it in, and bottom lash line to define. And you guys, seriously, I don't know what else to say about this stuff. I am so in love with this eyeshadow, this mascara that, best mascara I have ever found in my entire life. And I think it's because of this dual end. I like that it has the smaller one up top to really define that bottom lash line, because I don't like a heavy product buildup on my bottom lash line. I just like to kind of darken them a little bit and be done with it. And you can't do that with this one, which is the one that I've been using, the La Amoureuse. I'll show you. This is the applicator on it. It's a curved applicator, which as soon as I opened it, I said, I'm not going to like this. And I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my favorite. Yeah. It does really well for my top lashes. It does curl them very nicely. I don't love it for my bottom lash line, but it's what I've got right now, so it's what I'm using. That's where I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to do a completely separate video for my lip products because I have so many of them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Yeah. I'll see you guys on the next one.